This method is basically a method of conducting or conducting structured human communications in a very structured fashion. We will talk about all this in some detail later. And they called it the policy Delphi, which is different from forecasting Delphi in the sense that it has a lot more considerations beyond merely forecasting events or technologies. So today, policy Delphi is more common. Policy Delphi, in fact, engulfs forecasting Delphi. Now we talk about various group communication techniques. In the group communication techniques, we can have conference calls or conference video calls also, not just telephonic calls. We can have physical meeting, committee meetings. We can have brainstorming or nominal group technique, various forms of brainstorming sessions, which is basically based on the principles of estimate, talk, and estimate. Delphi is make estimate, give feedback, it talk if interview is allowed. So I put it within parentheses because in many places interviews are not possible. And then finally estimate. And of course, today we talk about real-time Delphi. Real-time Delphi means no round business. Anybody can change. The whole thing is in the online, in cloud, and anybody can change the estimates at any time. Now, most of us know that the committee meeting is the form of group communication that we go for whenever we go for this nature of this type of problems. But the problems with committee meetings are the following, which are very well known to us. The dominance by eloquent persons. Somebody is very eloquent, naturally he sways the whole floor. Inability to contradict superiors' views. Inability to present extraordinary views, people may laugh at it. Inability to withdraw a view already made in public. Unwillingness to take a stand in the absence of relevant information. Because things are not available, data are not available, I may not even make my voice. I would like to withdraw from taking part. And there is a concept of bandwagon effect in which one fellow says something, second fellow says something, and then all others follow suit. So these are problems with committee meetings. Therefore, as we shall see, Delphi study takes care of these problems. Whenever we go for a Delphi study, the first thing is, of course, to make a questionnaire and then make a pilot survey. In the pilot survey, we try to get the opinion of a small group of panelists to find out whether we are covering the important issues for the problem that we are addressing, and whether the texts are grammatically correct, clear, and easily understandable. All of us know that whenever we make a questionnaire survey, we also go for pilot survey, and the same thing is done for Delphi study also. As I said, there are rounds of questionnaire. The first round questionnaire is almost like this. There is a monitoring team, also called a moderating or a facilitating team. And on the right-hand side, the panelists. The monitoring team, of course, has to prepare a material. They go to this middle bottom, the base material, facts, data, and status, the initial position, study objectives, general instructions, and preparation of the first round questionnaire is made. And then parallelly, the team writes to potential participants for consent. If they give consent, thanks them. And if they are not replying, give them reminders. When everything is obtained, first round questionnaire is administered. Individual responses come. On the basis of these responses, they rationalize the responses, meaning the duplications, if there are any, they delete, keeping only the unique ones. I will give examples of how we have done after the end of the first, not end, but somewhere in the middle of first round questionnaire for the education policy that we are doing. So this is the first round questionnaire. In the second round questionnaire, what is done is that all the responses are consolidated along with the initial positions that we have taken, the initial policies that we have or whatever we have. And then each of these items, we try to rate them on some attributes. So we decide the attributes for each of them. And then we like the panelists, or we request the panelists to rate these policies or items on each attributes, and also ask them to give reasons how they are rating. If they are rating on a higher scale or a lower scale, give reasons. And then we administer the second round questionnaire. The panelists give their individual responses. Then, after the second round questionnaire, the responses are normally quantitative in nature. Therefore, we can make a statistical analysis, and we can also we can detect the outliers, if any. Extreme, like atomic number of atom bombs required. Somebody said 5,000. So we consider that is an outlier, and then we ask for reasons and give those reasons to the others in the third round. Here, the central tendency and dispersion of scores. Here, now that we have got make a statistical analysis in the second round, in the third round, we try to find out the central tendency of the group response, and the dispersion around the central tendency, and the reasons that they have cited, particularly for those who have given outlier values. We prepare the third round questionnaire. We send it to the panelists. Panelists send their individual responses. We prepare the final score, and this summary we make, prepare a report and distribute to all of them. So this is the normal style. And as I told you, the Delphi can be of two types, forecasting Delphi and policy Delphi. In the forecasting Delphi, we go for estimating future event or technology, and where consensus is important. In policy Delphi, goal formulation is important. Consensus is not the main criteria. Bringing to light the arguments, comments, and discussion are more important, so that they can be put on the table of the policymakers for them to decide to come up with better policies. The objectives of a policy Delphi is to ensure that all possible options have been put on the table for consideration, to estimate the impacts and consequences, to examine and estimate the acceptability of these options. These are the objectives of a policy Delphi. Normal phases for a policy Delphi is formulating the issue, exposing the policy options, determining the initial position on the issue, exploring and obtaining the reasons for disagreement, evaluating the underlying reasons, re-evaluating the options. Whatever I told earlier, these are all taken from the book, verbatim almost verbatim. Now the monitoring team does what? Once again I am repeating, pre-formulates the issues, prepares an initial list of options, asks the participants for positions on the items and the underlying assumptions, then summarizes, eliminating duplication, preparing a consolidated list of options and asks for scoring the options, encourages comment arguments, define rating scales, the attributes and the rating scales, to relatively rank the options. And usually 4 scales are used for rating: desirability, feasibility, importance, and validity or confidence. How confidently a person is giving the values. So, validity. These are the rating attributes that are used. And normally, we define the scale in this fashion. This is an aid to the.
Sir, can I
Yes.
interrupt you, sir?
Yes, please.
Scholars are advised, in case you have got query, sir won't mind, you can also
Yeah, you can please ask.
ask or supplement, please. Let's not make it a monologue kind of thing. Actually, sir, it's a lovely batch. You would really enjoy talking to them for hours together, and you would really enjoy their valuable inputs also. Over to sir. You please continue, sir.
Yeah, please. Whenever you have something to say, to add.
So, Professor Mahapatra, quick question.
Yes.
Is desirability scale that you are talking about, is it only qualitative scale, or it can be a quantitative scale as well?
No, we normally give 1 to 5 Likert scale. If there are 4s, 1 to 4.
Okay.
It's a 4-point scale, Likert scale. So very undesirable would be around 1 and very desirable would be 4. In fact, this is the quantitative response that we get, on the basis of which we make some statistical analysis. Okay, and this comes in the second round. In the first round, it's basically a brainstorming. We ask in the first round, it's open-ended questions, and we ask them to add or give their opinion on various things. Specific examples I will cite when I come to the national education policy that we are doing.
Sure.
You can see it for yourself. This comes in the second round, which we have not done for the national education policy, but it's a nice question, 1, 2, 3, 4. Similarly, feasibility. Now, what I was trying to tell you, that when you conduct a Delphi study, just don't say very undesirable, desirable, etc. You also define, so that the respondent will be able to know what he or she will give to a particular attribute. Okay. So similarly, we do it for
one query, sir.
Yes, please.
In the first round, when we do the brainstorming, so
Yeah.
how it is related to the second round? So from the brainstorming, we select some key ideas or key topics, and then we go for this second round.
We
Is
ask
that the
the
relation?
same question. We ask the same questions to, let's say, 10 respondents. And we say that you limit your answers to only 5. Give only 5 ideas. So 10 into 5, ideally there would be 50 such ideas. But you will see that many of them are repetitive. So maybe there are just about 15 of them which are unique.
Okay.
Those 15 plus the initial list that you have provided to them.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say that initially we had provided to them 10 such 10 items, and the unique number of items that we generated from the response from the panel is 15.
Okay.
So 10 plus
Okay.
15 is 25 unique options I get.
Yeah.
Now I give these 25 options to them in the second round, asking them to rate each option in certain scales. Some would be desirable, some will be feasible, some will be how effective it will be, some will be what impact it will have. It depends on the type of issue that you have in mind.
Sir. Yeah, thank you.
So one question here.
Okay.
So is it right
Yes,
to
please.
understand that it moves from open-ended question and then the unique questions are moved into a closed-ended question using the scale? Is that how it works from first round to second round?
First round is usually open-ended. We try to get, because the issues that we are dealing with, we are not sure. We may have certain ideas. Let's, for example, in the national education policy that we are doing, the document has, let us say, 15 policies they have outlined. We would like to know from the respondents whether in addition to those 15, they have any more. So maybe they would be able to generate 5 more. So 15 plus 5, 20. So when I said initial position, I basically meant those 15 which we have identified. The team has identified initially.
Sir, I have a question. Now today with
Yes.
crowdsourcing concept coming up, where we take ideas from the crowd also. So is it possible that we do take ideas from the crowd through crowdsourcing, then give it to the panel of experts?
Chandrajit, sorry for interrupting you. If you don't mind, briefly you introduce yourself, maybe like 30 seconds, then you put your question. That would be interesting.
I would do that. Thank you, sir. Sir, I'm Chandrajit Pati. I'm currently working as Senior Vice President with Reliance Industries Limited, with MBA from XLRI and 30 years of experience in the practicing field. So my
Yeah.
question is, today we are using a lot of, taking a lot of data through crowdsourcing. So is it possible that we take ideas through the crowdsourcing method
Yeah,
and give it to the expert panel and go through the Delphi method?
Sure. In the initial position, you can use any source.
Sure.
As long as you feel that they are relevant to the issue.
Thank you, sir.
And if some of them are very bad, let's say for the issue it's not a feasible one, automatically the experts will say so at the end of the thing. Surely.
Sure. Thank you, sir.
Thanks. Okay. I don't have to, these are all there. Now, in addition to this, we can put various other types of questions. You will look at this. First one is of course similar to the forecasting Delphi, but the second one is year of occurrence of a particular event. The most optimistic year of occurrence, most likely year, and the pessimistic year of occurrence. Third one is probability of occurrence of an event by a specific year. Fourth is enabling and innovating influences of events and technologies. Reasons for giving unusual or uncommon responses. Goals which the system should strive to achieve. Policies and decisions which should be taken to achieve the goals, and obstacles in implementing. So it depends. So the monitoring team has to basically decide these, how well they design their questionnaire. Now, analyzing the responses, there can be three types of responses you get. Of course, one is a open-ended type, so it's extremely subjective or qualitative. But you may get in a nominal scale, like agree, disagree. This is basically a binary scale. There you can use only frequency and mode, all of us know. In an ordinal scale where we have ranking 1, 2, 3, 4, like the previous ones, feasible, not feasible, it's basically an ordinal scale. So there we can use only median and interquartile trends. And when it is an absolute scale, say for example, probability or year, we can go for mean and standard error for the central tendency and the dispersion around the central tendency for the three scales. Procedure, I think by now you all know. I don't have to read them out. The most important thing is selecting the participants and getting the consent of the participants. So this we find, and everywhere people find it's a great difficulty. Therefore, people have started thinking to make payments to the participants for the time and effort they are putting, but because everybody is busy. Well, Delphi study, this is in 1975, and nearly how many years? 40 years or 50, 45 years. Many more studies must have been made. You can see budget allocation, regional planning, campus curriculum development, etc. I go fast. Policy Delphi applications to government planning at various stages. Government, corporate, institution, all places. So where Delphi is applicable, this is very interesting. subjective judgments on a collective basis. If the problem warrants that, is the best, and all other things. I have to go fast because there are many other things. Delphi study may fail, and the failure will be if the monitoring team imposes their views, and if it considers that Delphi is a surrogate for all other human communication. Poor techniques of summarizing and presenting the group response, ignoring and not exploring disagreements, and of course, not written here is not selecting the experts properly. Now, expert, the word expert in Delphi is now replaced by informed individuals. Particularly in Policy Delphi, we need people from different background, because every policy has got stakeholders who are affected, and the type of impact it can have on the stakeholders could be many, and we need an interdisciplinary approach. Therefore, for any problem, people from different disciplines will have different views. We now like to have people from different background to participate in the Delphi study, and getting the right type of expert is difficult, and nobody is in fact an expert. Therefore, people are not using the word expert, they are using the word informed individuals.
Sir, one question.
Yes.
When we say that that there have to be a panel of people who will respond to a problem,
Yes.
are there organizations which use Delphi technique for organizational problems also? Is
Oh,
there
sure.
any organization?
I said that here, corporate planning, 4 of them, sponsored by industry association or professional association, individual corporate sponsorship, sponsored by corporations for studies in other research organizations, and corporate in-house Delphi research.
So is
Surely.
there any example which you can share, sir, of any organization which has
As I
possibly?
said, I am away in Bhubaneswar. My materials are not with me.
Okay.
There are many
Okay.
reported studies also. Please look at reported studies. Delphi studies have many corporate applications are, of course, not available in print, but some of them are available in print, and I'm sure you will find them in journals like Technology Policy, Technology Forecasting and Social Change for sure, and then different journals and policies coming out from UK and USA. Surely you will find them.
Yeah, my question actually comes from the fact that, let's say, I belong to an organization. How much will an organization want to expose oneself to people from outside to solve its own problem? I'm looking at.
No, why should I?
from
Why
that
should they? Unless they're thinking of technologies, no. Firstly, they should use their own people. Instead of bringing them down to a table for a face-to-face committee meeting, they can go for a Delphi type of communication with
internally.
internally. And only when they like to get some views who are really experts in the field, they can invite them. Otherwise, why should they? It is used everywhere. Okay, this is the one that got published. Similar work also, we did what is known as using cross-impact simulation, where we used the Delphi study results in a different way, but a dynamic method called Kane simulation method, and also in gaming. Okay, so Professor Subudhi, please tell me how long can I carry, because I have
Actually,
set of materials.
sir, they had exactly 2-hour sessions before listening to you. So
Okay.
since 10 morning, they are in RM class for,
Okay.
So maybe like you can please introduce our project, what we are doing, and another 15 minutes will be okay, sir, for you.
Not okay. Whatever is okay. Let me first get my
Say
slide.
15 minutes.
Let me get my
15, 20
slide. Let
minutes,
me
sir.
get my slide first.
Sure, sure. By the time Sir gets the slides, let me pitch in. Actually, those who have got specific query, I think I have already shared or I'll be sharing the contact details of Professor Mahapatra. He is actually traveling. He will be coming back to Bhubaneswar next fortnight. When I requested 2 days back, he kindly agreed to our proposal. Actually, we are conducting a very interesting work at the policy research group of KIT University, and Sir would be briefing us. And whenever you have got any specific query, particularly thesis writing and analysis, please contact Professor Mahapatra.
Can you see this, Professor Subhadip?
Yes.
Okay. I said I had 3 sets of slides. The second set of slides were on the inexact sciences, which I will share with you, but I have no time to discuss them. So now what I am doing is whatever we are doing for higher education policy, that I would like to share with you. First, this is some statistics on the Indian higher education system.
So maybe you have to
We
open
have-
the PPT, sir.
Hmm?
I can just see the PPT. It's not open.
Can you not see it?
We see your desktop, but not the PPT, sir. Maybe you can double click
Process-
on the present.
So you can minimize the folder, then probably it will come on the PPT.
Okay, minimize. Can you see it now?
No, sir.
Yes or no?
No, sir, we can
No.
see only the folder in
No,
which
sir.
you kept the presentations.
Oh. Why so?
Yeah.
Can you now see?
No, sir.
No, still the folder. Still the folder. You can close the folder. I guess probably the presentation is on the desktop. Yeah.
In the same
Can
way,
you now
now you can
see?
share. Now, sir, double
No,
click,
No,
use
sir.
share screen.
No, sir.
Sir, double click, use share screen option. Yeah, it's coming.
No?
Yes, yes, yes.
yes.
Okay, okay. Okay, so some statistics on the higher education system. We have, this is sources handbook for vice chancellors, governance in higher education, UGC 2019. We have 942 universities in 2019, as in 2019. And the central, state, deemed to be university, institute of national importance, private universities are the following. Number of colleges, 39,050. Number of standard institutes, 10,000. And nearly 36.6 million students are studying. But the gross enrollment ratio, which is defined as the number of people who get admission or enroll themselves in higher education, as a percentage of the total number of students who are eligible for admission in higher education, in that age group is only 26% or so. I cannot see actually, 26% or so. For SC, it is 24%. For ST students, It is only
Sir, can you please make it full screen, sir?
full screen.
Yeah, that's better.
Okay. ST, it is something like 18% or so. So the situation is not so good. In US, for example, it is 80 plus percentage gross enrollment ratio. Now, the National Education Policy 2020 document approved by waiting for its approval in the parliament. It has got 4 parts running into 62 pages with 3 additional pages of, I can read it, abbreviations maybe. Part 1 contains 8 sections that different educational processes, they are not integrated in as a whole. Less emphasis on the development of cognitive skill and learning outcomes. Rigid separation and early streaming of students into narrow areas. They go to commerce right after the when they go to college or science or arts. Limited access to socio-economically disadvantaged students. Limited teacher and institutional economy, etc., etc. So they have identified these problems. The underlying principle that they have enunciated is that education must develop not only cognitive capacities, but also foundational capacities of literacy and numeracy, such as critical thinking, problem solving, but also social, ethical, and emotional capacities and dispositions. I copied from there, page 4. And they have a vision. Now, what the study team did, they considered each section heading as a broad strategy. And from the text, they identified the specific goals which this strategy aims to achieve. The goals were not very specifically or explicitly written. We had to read the document very carefully to identify the goals. Constructed a goal strategy matrix and prepared a summary of the policies that support each such strategy and its concomitant goals. So the study team, first of all, did this. To give you an example, goals for the policy, this document, the higher education, are I think 20 of them. So we identified all these goals are written. I am not reading them out. They are extracted from the document as we go through it. And then we prepared a goal strategy map, different goals and different strategies. These are different strategies, but we clustered them and called them strategy cluster A, B, C, D. Strategy cluster A was institutional restructuring and consolidation. Strategy 8 was transforming the regulatory system of higher education institutions. Strategy 9 and 10, so they are one cluster. Similarly, strategy B, holistic multidisciplinary education, internalization, student activity and participation, etc. And 4 such strategies. Strategy clusters. To give you an example, for strategy 1, which is institutional restructuring, we identified 13 policies which the document has prescribed. Multidisciplinary, disciplinary universities, etc. for teaching and research. Every college to become an autonomous degree granting college or a constituent college of a university. etc., etc. So 13 such policies for the strategy of institutional restructuring. The moderating team, I think the slides were not properly arranged. I'm sorry, this hurriedly I made it. It should have come much earlier. The moderating team were consisted of 4 professors. Professor S. Samanta, your Pro Vice Chancellor, is the leader of the team. Professor Subudhi, Professor A.K. Rai, Arun Kumar Rai, and myself. We 4 constitute the team for this particular study. The study objective was to elicit the opinion of the stakeholder group of the higher education system of
Sir, take a network problem hala, sir. Sir, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
There was some
Sir,
network
it's
problem.
clear, sir.
Can you
No, sir, it is
repeat what
okay,
you
sir.
told 1 minute back? Just 1 minute.
I said that the study objective was to get the stakeholders' perspectives on the goals, strategies, and policies enunciated in the National Education Policy document and their implementation. Can you hear me now, Professor Subudhi?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, what we adopted, strategy that we adopted for the study was the following. We shall make 5 parallel Delphi studies because the number of policies were too large. The number of issues were too many. We thought that we cannot just make one questionnaire, one Delphi study. We decided to have 5 Delphi studies running in parallel, one for each strategy cluster and one study on the goal strategy mapping. And for this, we conducted a pilot study, or we wanted to conduct a pilot study, and we decided to have only 3 rounds of survey. Although as you have seen, the atom bomb study was for 5 rounds. Generally, people stop at 3 rounds because it's very tiring otherwise. And we also decided to have for every Delphi study, there would be one of us who will be associated. And the steps to be followed in the study, inform about the strategies, policies, etc., and elicit the participants' views on various things. I am not reading them. And once we get it, we will prepare. I have already shown you the picture, the diagram where I showed what we should do. Round 2 will ask them to rate. Round 3 will be to change their score if they like. This is giving you an example of the type of questions that we are putting for goal strategy mapping. We had 5 questions.
Sir, if I may ask, who were the respondents in this study? As it was written, the stakeholders. So who were the respondents?
We had in mind parents, students, alumni, basically alumni, not students, alumni, and then industry, policy, academic, those who are in academic professors, and also policy makers. That is government body. We had this in mind, so we have been writing to various people to include them as panelists.
We requesting you all to participate in this memorable project, and you would also understand the depth of this survey method, and you will be really contributing a lot to this mission. Sir, over.
Sir, when we speak about the policy makers being a part of the participant group, will that not will they not respond in a biased manner because they have created this entire policy?
On the contrary, you will not believe. Education is a state, both central and state thing. And many states have not agreed to these policies in toto. They have different viewpoints. It's another matter that many, particularly in Odisha, some of the administrators, they are not ready to participate because they have been asked not to participate in any study, not to open their mouth, not to give even their individual comments. So disagreements do exist. And it is nice to have disagreements in Delphi study. But yes, what you say is correct. People have made studies, research study on whether the responses are distributed almost as a flat or rectangular fashion, or as a very highly picked distribution it is taking. You are right. So that's a question. If there is a full agreement, then the Delphi study has no meaning.
Yeah.
We should go for disagreement. We look for diversities.
Sir, did we also include some international education experts also?
We haven't done it yet. We have to give a thought. Particularly, I find OECD and various other institutes, World Bank, they are doing a lot of study. So we might, it would be good to include them, I think, but we have not really even discussed about that. It came to my mind once, but then somehow we have not done it. But it's a good comment. I think we will take it. Professor Subudhi, let's work on it.
Sure, sir, sure.
Now, this one I will talk very elaborately. This credit goes to Professor A.K. Roy. He allowed it, he did this analysis. Questionnaire 1 on strategy 3 is probably he is the moderator for that. The strategy 3 was motivated, energized, and capable faculty. The goals, corresponding goals were ensure that each faculty member is happy, enthusiastic, engaged, etc. And 2, ground teachers in Indian values, language, knowledge, ethos, etc. These were the 2 goals for which the policies were how many? 15 policies. Okay. Now, when we ask the question, list up to 5 additional or alternative policies that you think could be important to support the strategy. That was our first question. These are only 2 responses, 2 set of responses that we got from 2 respondents. He couldn't do it for all. These were the.
Can I interrupt you for a second, sir?
Yes.
So as you guess, Anshuman, Naveen, Chandrajit, there would be high non-response here, okay? And would be sharing this and would be requesting all to please participate. You will be seeing that it's a very lengthy document. So you will be not be getting easily. Sir, over to you.
So this is just to tell you that there are altogether 8 new policies that the 2 respondents suggested. But the unique ones were only 4 out of those. So our task would be reading the responses, finding out what are repetitive type, and duplicates eliminate the duplicates. Only keep the unique ones. Question number 2 was list up to 5 obstacles that could hinder the successful implementation of the recommended and your suggested policies. There were 9 responses, of which 6 were unique. Third question was name up to 5 most effective action plans the central and the state government should implement to successfully execute the NEP recommended and your policies. There were altogether once again 8 and 5 were unique. So this is a specific example of what we are trying to do. And as Professor Subudhi said, particularly those who are in industry for a long time, having gone through the higher education system, and also observing the output of the higher education system. And once again, joining the higher education system would have a lot of contribution to make for this study. Strategy 1, 12 of them, questions were this, and the study will continue. Okay, we are at this stage. And I would like to thank Professor Samanta to include me in her team, Professor Ray to allow me to use his analysis of some responses, Professor Subudhi to give me an opportunity to share my ideas with you, and all of you to patiently hear me.
Before we conclude, can I request maybe like Chandrajit or Anshuman to offer a formal vote of thanks to Professor Mahapan, please?
Now, before that, any question?
Yeah. We'll be
Any
taking up
concluding question?
inputs, suggestions, if
Yeah.
query. First,
Praradji, Abha Prakash Praradji, 30 years of experience.
No, sir.
You should
15 years.
surely participate in our study. Come to academics. You will have a
Sure,
lot of difficult time coming from industry, being in industry for 30 years and coming to academics will be a real challenge for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, let the challenge start from here. Participating in the Delphi study.
Govind has something to say. He has raised his hand. Govind. Govind, anything?
Yes, sir. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Good afternoon, sir. I have a
Good
question.
afternoon.
Like
Yes.
my research area, interest of area, or the proposal is, more about studying organizations, which finding the reason why organization could not survive beyond certain generation. So the observation is like beyond second or third generation, organization is not able to survive, and they are not able to sustain and grow. So how can I use Delphi method in this study?
I think this will be an excellent opportunity for you because opinions will differ, viewpoints will differ.
Okay.
So because you are talking about in a general sense how organizations fail, not a particular organization, but many organizations, many approaches
Yes.
could be taken. Of course, you can take cases.
Okay.
One could be that you could take 4 or 5 cases of
Mhm.
organizations who have failed and then generalize from
Okay.
inductive method from specific to general.
Okay.
But at the same time, you can also take the general view of different people
Okay.
who then can contribute their ideas, surely. And you can think of such a thing. I think I should also tell you what we did for our Delphi study, the first PhD thesis, 2 minutes.
Sure, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Professor Subudhi, can I just take 2 more minutes?
Please, sir. You can take 5 minutes.
In our Delphi study that we made in 79-80, it was for tea industry. Tea industry was witnessing violent price fluctuations, and the growth was not much. Although India was the highest producer of tea, even today it is the highest producer of tea. It is the highest consumer, no more the highest producer. Sri Lanka has taken over as the highest producer of tea. Anyway, so the Delphi study was about what are the new things that can happen to tea, which will help it to not only stabilize prices, but also grow, meaning long-term growth would be better. So it's a dual objective thing, stabilization of price and opportunities to grow. And what can happen in the next 20 years? What new things can happen? Now, they suggested certain policies. We tested it in the framework of a system dynamics model, basically a simulation model. We showed that in the present environment, that means present at that time, the policies were really the best policies. No other policy could be better than the policy suggested by the Delphi panelists. But when in the future, whatever they have perceived, if such things really happen, at that time they thought that China would come in a big way to the tea market, which they didn't, of course. But suppose they come, then what would happen? Whether those policies would still be the best policies. So like that, they made predictions about certain new events or technologies that could happen in the future. But when we simulated, we found that their policies were the best if the present, that means the then scenario continues. In the new scenario, those policies are not good.
Sir, can I interrupt you?
No, just 1 second, let me complete.
Sir,
It means that Delphi study alone would not give you your research objectives. I mean, what you need to do is take inputs from the Delphi study and then test them in some setting. The testing could be done in 2 ways or more than 2 ways maybe. One definitely is a simulation, mathematical computer simulation model. And the second thing is a operational gaming, which is also a very nice thing in management field. You can use those policies and create a game environment and you can test it, which we did in other situations, but not using Delphi input. We used other things, but we used management games also. Yeah, Professor Subudhi, please.
Sir, Professor Arun Rai has joined. So we'll welcome him and ask him to say a few words. Arun Babu, please.
Sir. Sir, namaskar.
Namaskar,
Sir, Subudhi sir, and welcome to all the members. Now, Sir has given a very nice presentation, including all the details of Delphi study and how it has to be carried out, and also given some hints to all the participants to go ahead with the survey, because we'll be sending questionnaires. Maybe already we have made the processes. Maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow, questionnaires will go to all the participants. I hope they have got hints about how to fill up the questionnaire and how to go about all the policies or goals that we have mentioned in the study. And Sarah has nicely mentioned about all the details of the Delphi study. Probably it will be helpful for all the scholars. I understand all the PhD scholars are here with varied experience, and they can definitely be helpful from this presentation, because this can also be useful for them in their PhD studies as well. So not only helping us in our survey and any national education policy, but also you can use it in your PhD work as well. Thank you, Subudhi sir, for arranging such a nice talk by Mahapatra sir, and thank you, sir, for your best presentation.
Thank you.
Thanks to all for joining.
Any other
Okay, sir.
question, supplement, or?
Govinda Sarmaji is here. Govinda Sarmaji is here.
Yes. I think
He is
has
one who is not.
already
He is
present.
one. Yeah, he is one who has not left us.
Okay, over to Chandrajit, please.
Thank you, sir. Anshuman, with your
Thank you,
permission,
sir.
I'm taking it forward. On
And
behalf
by all
of my
means.
colleagues, I'd like to thank Professor Mahapatra for sharing all these valuable inputs and the experience he has on Delphi methods, techniques, and on the national education policy. So thanks a lot. It was an eye-opener for us, and we are going to use these techniques for our research work in the days to come. Also, I'd like to thank Professor Rai and Professor Subudhi for giving us this platform to learn the new techniques. And on behalf of all my colleagues, I assure you that whatever support you require from us for this exercise, we'll be there for you to help you out, sir.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, and all of you have a nice day, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks all. So we are closing this session.